we can build innovations that are far more likely to succeed than the typical throw whatever we can at the wall and see what sticks.
The Waveline is a relationship design tool, and that's the thing that we should be focusing on is relationships. Relationships only exist in the context of experience. So if you don't create good experiences, you don't create a strong relationship, you don't get a lot of value.
Bringing them to life in a visual way so that managements can see very clearly, okay, here are the experiences people want. Here's how they need to evolve over time in order to develop a valued relationship. And now here's where we can see a gap between the kinds of relationships that customers want with us and the kind of relationship they're currently getting. The goal here has been to understand the nature of that gap and then innovate the solutions that close that gap.
We have mined all of the easy opportunities over the last 75 years around functions, price, performance, etc. If people want to innovate outside or above that foundation, that's where business's biggest blind spot is. There's a world of opportunity that people grope for, and if they have that world illuminated just a little bit, that can transform the strategies for their organizations, and that's what the book is about.
Companies aren't paying attention to the most important change that's happening in the world today. The kinds of experiences that people want over time when they interact with companies. The kind of relationship that people want to have with companies. What is the nature of that evolution over time that needs to happen in order for people to stay with a company?
It's entirely possible to build business strategy around meaningful relationships, deep, valuable, meaningful relationship. A relationship isn't a moment. It's many moments stretched out over experience over time. And we've never had a relationship design tool before. If you want to build healthy relationships, you got to understand people in ways that you never did before.
We need to be able to get beyond just looking at the what that they're doing that we're measuring in big data, and we have to get to the why. And the why is the hardest thing that there is to measure, and so we tend not to measure. It just happens to also be the most important thing that determines the success or failure of what we innovate. If we can measure that, we can develop strategies for addressing it.